Hello everyone, Satorn here giving the top 3 production technologies that I would choose. Depending on your nations, it may change a little bit, but overall these are good, safe choices, especially if you're new to the game and you're not quite sure maybe where you should be going. When you're in the production area, these are ones that I would choose, so let's get into it. So this number 1 in production may change depending on what your nation's doing, but I'm going to say if you're going agriculture and at least decently in agriculture, intensive agriculture is 100% worth it. So if you got farming, you can see here you get soil enriched farming on all your farms. You also get intensive grazing ranch, and I'll explain how good that is. And you get chemical plants, which these alone can help you produce fertilizer if you're looking to do that, but you need iron and sulfur, so it's a little bit tougher to do. All right, so why is this so good? Well, any state, right? So this is why I like it. Any state can have livestock ranches as long as you have arable land. And with that, and as long as you got intensive agriculture, what you can do to your given farms, for example, we'll go here in Mexico. If you go to intensive grazing ranch, which you unlock with intensive agriculture, you can see here that once we switch over, we can actually create fertilizer, and this is straight from your ranches, so which is really good. So you get more fabric, you get more fertilizer. Now with this fertilizer, the reason why that's important is you can go to your farms. So let's look at these maize farms. From here, we can go to soil enriched farming. What this does is pretty much almost double your amount of output for a little bit of fertilizer. So your grain will get a plus 20 and you'll use a little bit of your fertilizer. This can make a huge difference, definitely in your agriculture. It's a big output increase. So if you're not worried about agriculture, or maybe you already have it, for example, Prussia has intensive agriculture to start, so you don't really need to worry about that right away. I'd say atmospheric engine is very, very good. So this helps with the rest of your industries. The engine pump is very strong because what it does, you need coal though, right? So the big disadvantage is you need coal. But if you got coal available, you could trade for it or hopefully mine it yourself. The pump is great. By using, you can see here, tools and coal. For the iron mines, we would actually double our iron output, and it's the same for lead, sulfur, and gold mines. I'm pretty sure that's double. And for coal, if you use more tools, you could actually get more coal. So this is very, very good, very strong, and it leads to railways, which I think is also a very good technology. You're gonna, a little spoiler alert, that's gonna be my number 3 tech. Water tube boilers are also very, very good, but this is more towards you, at least on the top ones here for furniture manufacturing, is reducing the amount of people that you need. So you can see here reducing the amount of laborers and stuff, but you can also see it unlocks the condensing engine pump, which is very strong. What this does is, again, using more tools, we can get more and more coal, getting more of the product. So now we're getting more iron, more lead, and all that. So again, this is again helping with all of our mines and everything. So these two together are very strong. Number 3 choice is railways. I think it's very important, and before you can get that, you do need mechanical tools, which I think is also very good. So, and the reason why mechanical tools are very good really is the steel tools. Once you get steel going in the wood, you get a lot of extra tools, which you do need for atmospheric engine and a water tube boiler. So I think it's all very good, very related. So these 4 is a nice little pocket of tech that you should be focusing on. But railways, what really makes a big difference here, you get a lot of rail transportation stuff, which lowers, again, the amount of workers. You really don't need that maybe early game, but mid to late, you're definitely going to potentially need it depending on the nation that you're in. But what's really important here, definitely what happens that you need is the railway, which this gives you the plus 20 infrastructure that you're sorely going to need as the game goes on. The reason why that is, you can see here, as you start building up your different buildings and the different levels, every time you increase a level, you're going to increase your infrastructure usage, which is down below. And that's also why, so a little like throwback to the atmospheric engine and the water tube boiler, why these are so important is you can get more output out of a given industry rather than increasing its level, which is big because that means you won't be increasing your infrastructure. Eventually you will, no matter what. So that's why railways is good, but atmospheric engine and water tube boiler will help you get along before you have to start laying down those railways. I hope you all found this useful. These were early techs that I would choose in production. Again, not one size fits all. Depending on your nation, you may have to switch it up a little bit, but these are nice, safe choices. If you're a new player, you can't go wrong with these. Hit that like, subscribe, and notification button. If you'd like to see more, maybe the top 3 for military and society, put it in the comments below. And as always,
For the swarm.